I am Whitney Johnson.
I am Stephen Kelly Forbes.
I am Courtney Smith.
And I am Angel Cabot.
And I am Gabriel Diaz.
Our voice in this project was to construct a plan in order to get our residents, to get them into the company and speak with our representatives about using our bank services versus going to a payday lending or other institution that is geared towards predatory lending. The community needs our company because we are spending more of our money to get temporary cash, and that money could be used in order to help our income and help our residents get out of our low income bracket. Our benefit of this, again, will help the company, help the community come from a low income community to a mid-level income community. Our future goals are to get more people into the bank, get them banked so that they're not using these predatory lending companies, and so that they can improve their credits and even be able to venture out to other banks.
So for our project overview, we're going to talk about the measured progress, evidence of measurements, and artifacts. The measured progress, we were able to track our progress by comparing how our action plan, which was to go out and to the community and we created a flyer and to get people to come to the credit union. So the way we measured that was by looking at people that were already involved with the credit union before to the amount of people that were now doing business with the credit union with our efforts. The second evidence of these measurements, we were able to increase the number of people that bank. So just by that number, the amount of new people that come into the credit union in Frenchtown Financial, we're able to measure how much our marketing efforts and our getting out, talking about the Frenchtown Financial has helped. For our artifacts, we have 3 artifacts. We have this PowerPoint that we made about Frenchtown Financial and predatory lending. We also have the executive summary, which is a research paper based off on our research that we made and also the business that we've been doing with Frenchtown Financial, and also the flyer that we made for them. So we put together those 3 things, and those are what has came about from the service learning project that Vision Consulting has been working on.
Our initial action plan was to partner with the Morris Fellow Grant to set up a booth at the Festival of Lights in Tallahassee, Florida. However, due to a time constraint, we weren't able to get that situated, but we initially were going to have a booth set up at the Festival of Lights where my colleagues and I were going to sit out and maybe hand out pamphlets or the flyers that we created for you all that we still need approval on before handing out, but we were going to go to the Festival of Lights and just basically advertise what your company is about, what your beliefs are in, and basically get some people to come out and possibly even have some memberships set up on site. Our potential plan is for your company to set up a booth at the Martin Luther King Jr. Dare to Dream Festival. It's its 5th consecutive year, and it will be hosted January 16, 2017. This will be located at Cascades Park, and the voucher fee to set up a vendor location is only $75. If this is something that you guys think that you're willing to pay to get the word out about your opportunity center, we believe that this is something you should invest in. We will take this action plan and pass it out to the next set of graduates who will be graduating in the spring of 2017. Our proposed flyers are here. This is the one that we're in the process of getting you all to approve. This is just an additional Frenchtown Financial Opportunity Center flyer, but this one actually targets you all, letting everybody know, hey, come join us at the MLK Dare to Dream Festival at Cascades Park. This is the one we're gearing towards because it not only gets the word out about your company, but it also has a date so that if they do want to learn more, the Frenchtown inhabitants can come see you at Cascades Park.
Here we have our team learning goals. Our predicted takeaways were that we wanted to learn how to use our clients' resources to better service the community. We also wanted to go through our learning processes. We learned that we had to create a flyer in order to as an advertising medium for you all, and then after we got the flyer created, we had to send it to Mr. Wallace, and we're still in the process of getting it approved. We also have our information gathering methods. We used different surveys, and we also observed the local cash loan establishments in town and we were trying to figure out how to turn their customers into your customers. We also have our experience and reflection. We used progress reports and checkpoints so that we could understand that our experiences while we were going through the project. We wanted to make sure that we kept ourselves on time with each deadline that we have and on task with everything that we needed to do.
Angel and I will be presenting a SWOT analysis where we basically explain to you the strengths and weaknesses of your internal environment, as well as assessing the external opportunities and threats that you have in the external environment. So your biggest strength is that you all want to bank the unbanked. You want to bank people that other financial institutions turn away, whether it be because they have a low credit score, they don't have direct deposit set up, or they have a small amount of income. That's your biggest strength. You also care about the community that you are serving, and this will draw in more members when they see that you want to do them goodwill by saving them a large amount of money. Your biggest weakness is that you are a new opportunity center. You're not necessarily considered a credit union because you were founded by, of course, a Bethel AME church. And then Envision and FSU, well, your credit union, you all came together to make this opportunity center. So your weakness is that the inhabitants of this neighborhood don't know who you are and identify you with other larger, more successful credit unions.
Yes, and with that being said, an opportunity that we see definitely is that the Frenchtown Financial isn't a bank. So something that we've seen about the community and that we see as an opportunity is that the community is fed up with banks and fees that are associated with them. So now you have Frenchtown Financial, who is new, it's fresh. Like Whitney said earlier, it was something started by Bethel Church and the church in the community. So that's definitely a big opportunity that we see just in reaching people in the community, because we feel that we have to establish a relationship, and definitely our brand needs to be recognized when it comes to Frenchtown Financial. Also, with threats, a big threat obviously is that these people are already going to other places to get their loans, and we are new. So with Frenchtown Financial being new, to overcome these threats, we think what we have to do is, like I said earlier, we have to establish a brand, and we have to pretty much imprint our name in the community and allow the community to know who we are and what we're offering as a credit union.
Another key threat is, of course, the predatory lenders. In these neighborhoods, we want to be able to shy the members away from those places who are just giving them fast money and charging them excessive interest, and just bring them to us. That is another threat, of course, that you all face.
These threats that Whitney's referring to are threats that these predatory lending places are offering them loans with extremely high interest rates, and they don't know that they're being charged that. And also, just to have a checking account and even pull out money, these places are charging them. So Frenchtown Financial is trying to educate them on this and what they can do to solve that, and that is what we are trying to do.
Again, my name is Gabriel Diaz, and as far as recommendations, we want to focus highly on community outreach. We believe that reaching out to the community and just letting them know about the small interest rate loans that you guys offer, that because they've been underbanked. And we believe that Frenchtown should focus on community-oriented loans when advertising, for example, small businesses, auto loans, as well as construction loans. We believe these focus on those loans will help build the community overall and gentrify the area and create a new reinvention of this community. We also recommend that Frenchtown Financial Opportunity Center should partner with any city and council employees, like cops or police departments, for instance, and to help get everyone in the community on the same page of building that community. And they should leverage their relationship with Bethel to create community events. Bethel is a well-known church within that community, and people pride themselves in that community, and just reaching those people in that church, you can create good partnerships and get a lot of customers to bank.
Looking back at our service learning project, there definitely are a lot that we can reflect on. One definitely is that we think this is a project that can really impact the community and get them away from predatory lending. And we think in the long run, what needs to happen is there needs to be a relationship established with Frenchtown Financial. People in the community need to know what Frenchtown Financial is, what it is that they offer, and how it is that they can do business with them. Just looking back, for me personally, I think this is a project that definitely would have been good if we had more time to work with it, because there's a lot that goes within the project. But it definitely was exciting, and it just was, when you look at the overall goal of the project, which is to get people from really just being lied to, or losing money and having less finances than they possibly could have. I think the goal is something that is achievable, and is something that we can continue to work on even after our class of graduate candidates leave.
Another thing, to just piggyback on what Ada said, as far as like reflecting off of this project, we really got a good grip on how it's like important it is for a credit union or an opportunity center to really be hands-on and really be focused on building the community overall. We got to see how the community started and where it's at right now. There's been a lot of reinventing when it comes to Frenchtown, because it is the oldest city in Florida, I believe, and there's been a lot of reinventing, meaning that there's been businesses, and we've got to see it or read about it and see it firsthand. So we really got we got a good grip on how Frenchtown really puts their hands in the community.
Looking back on the service learning project, it's great what I took from it was that it was great to actually be able to, even though we didn't actually get a chance to work with them the way that we wanted to, it was great to know that there's a company out there who's actually caring about the financial stability of others. They care about what's going on in the community and trying to save these individuals in Frenchtown from predatory lending.
Taking away from what Steven said, I agree. I do like the fact that there is an opportunity center out there for the inhabitants of Frenchtown. It also shed light on the majority of people who don't know the dangers of predatory lending and the importance of financial institutions as a whole.
In completing this project, I learned the dangers of predatory lending and how it can have a deep impact on the community. Also, we stress the importance. We try to reach out to the community and stress the importance of getting an account with credit unions, because it can help the community save a lot of money as far as them needing fast cash or loans.
It was also great, even though we didn't have a chance to properly work with them the way we wanted to, it was great to see that there's a company in the community that's actually caring about the community and their well-being. A lot of times you see that these payday loan centers in the community, they want to jack up these APR rates on different unsuspecting people, and it's great to see that there's someone out there worried about someone's financial stability.
And to piggyback off of what Steven said, not only is it amazing that there is an opportunity center in Frenchtown catered towards these inhabitants, it's great that we were even given the opportunity to partner with you all to even do community outreach to these inhabitants. It's sad to know that a large majority of them are underbanked, but the fact that we were given a chance to reach out to them and get them to you all is amazing. So thank you, Dr. Collins, and thank you, FSU Credit Union.